Hi there, I'm Pauline Messenger, and this is for anyone who is, whether they're 20, 30, 50, 70, whatever, who thinks that life is over, the dread getting old. And I just want you to know that yesterday I celebrated my 70th birthday, and I spent quite a bit of time reflecting. And I actually met someone who had been to my 50th, and she said, "Can you remember?" She said, "You were just starting out on your journey. You were just about to get divorced." And my first song, which I got up and danced to at my party, was "I Will Survive." And 20 years later, I have survived. I've survived a lot. And I am so thrilled and so grateful to be here now. What a journey it's been on. And just to make you realise, then we had a business. We had to sell the business, which meant I lost my job. I almost lost the house. I lost my son for a while. And things were it was a pretty deep, dark hole I was in. But slowly and surely, I got out of it. I went to college. I trained as a holistic therapist. From that, I got an offer, or an invite, should I say, to train as an angelic Reiki grandmaster. And I also, at that time, I'd been to the pub with the girls, and someone mentioned the place Walsingham. I'd never heard of it. Another friend later in that week mentioned Walsingham, and when I went to church on the Sunday, the vicar turned round and said, "By the way, there are still some places for Walsingham if anyone would like to go." And I thought, do you know what? That's 3 times in a week that place is mentioned. I think I need to go. Well, I went to Walsingham and on a pilgrimage, and I did 13 pilgrimages. Over those 13 years, I was really on a spiritual journey, and I learned how to heal the past, to let it go, and to move on. But I not only did that, I went on a spiritual retreat on Gozo, which is an island off Malta. I did a writing and meditation retreat in Andalusia. I learned how to paint in South Africa. And I'd actually spent a lifetime thinking I couldn't paint. And I was staying with an artist in Africa, and it was amazing. 2 years before that, I actually did 2,300 miles travelling in Africa, and I went back to some of the places and painted them, which was absolutely fantastic. I signed up for a workshop with Hay House Publishing, and I did a weekend in London with them, learning how to write a book. I also did a weekend with Hay House in Birmingham of I Can Do It. And I also attended a World Angel Summit in London. It was, I would say, my 50s was getting my confidence, building my confidence, and retraining, getting as much knowledge as I could so that I could move forward. Now, when it came to my 60th, I had just moved a year before. My mum had given me her blessing and said, "Go and do what you want to do." Well, I'd always wanted to live in the country. So Mum was actually dying in hospital when I moved to Weardale. Within months, both my sons had been offered jobs in Dubai, and my mum died. So I was left on my own, starting afresh. I didn't know anyone, but it was a clean slate and I was ready to go again. And I had, I would say, the best 9 years of my life. It was like being a kid again. I was doing fun things. Didn't matter what it was, whether it was drumming, whether it was fly fishing, whether it was going out picking blackberries, but I made some really good friends and I had the time of my life. At the same time, I had to deal with the loss of my mum, the boys being away. My eldest son died, who was only 29, and I also had triple heart bypass, which was a journey on its own. But I realised I had been given a second chance to life and I wasn't going to waste it. It was at that time that I decided to write. I'd never written anything before, so I have actually now published 4 books, self-published them. I've taught myself how to do it, and I feel quite proud of what I've achieved. And it's looking back, and I not only did that, each time I realised when I had a tragedy, God gave me time to travel and an opportunity to travel, because travelling is when I buzz, I feel at my best. And I went on my own to Bali. I organised it myself and I was with no one. And while I was there, a Hindu priest did a one-to-one with me and I gave my grief to the ocean. I went to, as I have said before, I went to South Africa. I went first to travel 2,300 miles and then I went back and I did a painting retreat. I went to India, where I felt healed my soul. It was a very grounding. In fact, I didn't go to just stay in a hotel. I did about 2,000 miles. I travelled around, and what I did experience was the different faiths. It was Hindu, Sikh, Muslim, and Buddhist. And at the end of it, I realised that it doesn't matter which God you pray to, he lives in me and he lives in you. And it's when you connect from my heart to yours that God is present in our lives. But not only that, I found that a priority was gratitude, being faithful and praying, and also forgiving and working through your past, going within, and all that hurt and heartbreak. Once you learn to deal with it and to let it go, that is when you can move on in life and you grow and you shed skins of who the past was, who you were. I'm not nowhere near the person I was at 50. And I am very pleased with who I am at 70. I'm ready to take on the world again and start a new chapter. And I want you to as well. I want you to know that when you take time out, if you get to a stage in life and you feel you can't go on, take time out. Sit in silence and just listen. Pray for guidance and then listen. And you will something will happen and you realise that is your next move in life. My faith has got me to where I am. I don't think I could have ever envisaged doing or achieving what I have and being where I am today. I've had a lot of health problems, including fibromyalgia. I've had asthma, unstable angina. I had a stent fitted when I was 49, and I had triple heart bypass in 2016. And what I have realised is we are responsible for our health. More often than not, most illnesses, the root problem is stress. And when you can take time out, meditate, avoid situations, remove people who make you stressed, they offload their stress onto you. So they're fine, they're all right, they can carry on living. But you left with all the negative energy. And once you start to look after you and love you for who you are, it's only then that life will take on a new meaning. And it's the little things in life. Taking time out, just taking time out to be. Enjoy the sunshine, enjoy a rainbow, just even the waves coming in onto the sand, the birds singing in the trees. They're the things that renew our energy. Get yourself into a park and just breathe in that fresh air. It's those things that recharge us. We're able to reset and we can go on and enjoy life. The life we're meant to live and not the life what other people expect us to live. Learn to not people please. Learn to say no and learn to say yes to you. What makes you happy? What makes you feel alive? Well, certain things, it might not be what someone else does, but it'll make you feel alive. And that is what you need. Start looking after number one. And whatever your age, look forward. Don't spend your time looking back, because you're wasting today, you're wasting tomorrow. Why? Why be anxious? Why be stressed? Everything happens in life when it's meant to. And if it's meant for you, you will get it. And just be grateful, be happy, and enjoy. Life is a blessing. There's my son, 29. He would have loved to have been here today, but it wasn't his time. So you are here for a reason. Use your gifts and use them wisely. Use them to make you happy and content. And just love life. Take care. Lots of blessings. If you would like my book, it's available. That my latest one is on Amazon, Turn Your Life Around, the second edition. And it'll help you if you feel stuck in life. Take care. God bless. Bye for now.